September 11th, 2024. How's it going, guys? Well, I've got another video for you. And what are we going to talk about? Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. And don't forget today, guys, it was 9/11. Don't want to forget the history. Don't want to forget World War II. Don't want to forget anything like that. Because it helps some of us to know, for some of the people out there, not to make the same mistake. So where are we going to begin? Well, we're going to talk about Kansas City's independence, crime, drugs, homeless. Got a lot more to show. A lot of things the last couple of days have been going on since Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're rolling into Thursday here. We've had incidents up in Raytown. We've had more drugs moving up here in Independence over here between Gordman's and that Toys R Us. I drove through this morning and there is another vehicle sitting there. There's a black gentleman sitting in there. There is a black gentleman that rides that deal over there. He stands in the corners in the shadows of the pillars over there that I've shown many times before. Well, what's he doing? Well, I assume he's not just selling M&Ms or something. Maybe Independence. And I know Jackson County Sheriff has went up there and it has been watching on and off. But maybe they should be watching a little bit more. On top of it, they've been stripping stolen wiring up there. Now I'm going to show some plastic casing off this wiring. I noticed this a few days back. I wanted to see if more wiring appeared. The casing off the wiring, they just left there. Now that's over by Gordman's. I'm going to be showing that too. Got a lot to show, so let's get started. Okay, guys. Now this was Tuesday when I came back from the zoo. We'll be showing a couple other photos and video parts too when I went to the zoo. But found this interesting. This one officer looks like he's got gloves on. The other could have been undercover. The thing of it was, it looked like he had gloves on too, but they had a bag of something. And I just wonder if they had maybe picked something up off somebody here. Don't know for sure, but they were having a big discussion. And like I say, the guy in plain clothes definitely had a bag with gloves on too. As you guys can, it's about as good as I can bring it in. As you can see, right there is his gloves. The other guy's got gloves on. Usually if they're handling, whether it be needles, dope of any kind whatsoever, usually that's just a telltale sign there. So hold on, guys. We've got a lot to show. Now this was another gentleman here that was down here off 63rd. Wanted to show. So hold on, guys. All right, guys, and what you're looking at now is pieces of actually the cover off copper wiring that somebody has stripped off. Now this is up by Gordman's, over by the Gordman's lot over there, and I wanted to show that. I'd waited a couple days because I knew it was up there. I wanted to see if more of it appeared, if more stuff. But yeah, they were actually stripping it. So that means they had to steal this from somewhere. Either pull it down off a line or something else, and then they stripped it and just left it. Wanted to show that, so hold on. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot I wanted to show. They got couches up there too. There was another one there too that they see if it's on a view motion. There's the other one. That's a new one. It's popped up in the last couple of days up there by the Gordman's parking lot area on that back side. So hold on. Oh yeah, guys. And I had some comments on this truck deal. Now I want to talk about something for a couple minutes. So hold on here. All right, guys, I'm back. Now, these 18-wheelers that are out on the road, there's a lot of good truck drivers. But a lot of places, a lot of companies force these drivers to run trucks that are dangerous. Now, I've worked in a lot of different places. I've worked shipping, receiving. I worked at a citywide chemical, laboratory supply, all shipping hazmat chemicals and everything else for that matter. But the thing of this is, some of these truck drivers are forced to drive trucks that are unsafe, for one thing. And I worked at a place called Supreme Insulation, where these guys, a lot of their vehicles sometimes did not have back brakes. They didn't maintain the trucks. Also, on top of it, some of the truck drivers there actually was doing speed even to keep up with basically all the loads they were taking down actually south, like towards Osage Beach, Branson, and stuff like that and stuff. So when I seen this, and I've also seen this happen here before. These truck drivers are not experienced enough to turn these trucks on the road. And I had a comment that was commented and said, well, you shouldn't judge. Shouldn't judge. If you got 80,000 pound rig moving there and you could run over somebody, you better be responsible and know what you're doing with those trucks, for one thing. Now, this person could have had a heart attack. I doubt it. Because if you started to have a heart attack, unless you just pass out, I imagine this would have ran into the pole. It wouldn't have just turned over off on the corner there. If a person also, these truck drivers, are supposed to have a physical. They're supposed to be actually physically fit and healthy, okay? In this day and age, I don't think these truck drivers, if they hollered a little bit about if they were being pushed like that, I think they could actually get results. Because, ratifications to these businesses, if they were making them drive these trucks, like I say, some of them make them drive these trucks that are unsafe. And I have seen it. I worked in, like I say, shipping and receiving for over 8 years, dealing with different truck driving companies and stuff like that. When I was down Citywide Chemical down there was truck drivers that were seasoned even, that had been driving for 15 to 20 years that couldn't make the alleyway down there. Our purchasing agent, actually, he was a pretty good driver. He hadn't been a truck driver, but he could actually drive an 18-wheeler. He sometimes would have to actually get in the rigs and drive it down the alleyway for him, because if they didn't, sometimes they would blow their tires out. I think the best driver I ever seen was a young gal that was had come out of the military. She actually drove down that alleyway, backed that 18-wheeler in one swoop, and had no problem whatsoever. So I think I know a little bit about some of this stuff here, what I'm talking about. And the thing of this is, they shouldn't be out on the road if they're not qualified. And how many times have we seen other truck drivers run under bridges here in Kansas City in the last couple of years or better? There's one bridge here in Kansas City, it's eating those 18 wheelers and the trailers. So, the thing of it is, when it'd be like putting a little child in say, a train, and an engineer of a train, and letting them control the train down the track. I mean, the thing of it is, these people need to be qualified, definitely, if they're out there driving these 18 wheelers. Now, like I say, somebody might have had a heart attack, but it sure looks weird to me. Most of the stuff that people get, if you get sick, most of the time you're supposed to pull that vehicle over immediately and stop it right there. I'm sure you could call for assistance. Call 911. Of course, you might be waiting a while here in Kansas City. There's a lot of stuff going on there too. There's actually a lady that was decided to give birth, a home birth there, that had complications, and they called 3 times to 911. It took a long time to get to her. Check it out. It's in Kansas City here, guys. So, anyway, just basically applying to what was said in the comment section on this. So, I don't know, guys. Like I say, I mean, they should be qualified if they're driving the trucks out there. And like I say, I've seen a lot of good truck drivers. I've seen a lot of bad truck drivers. But like I say, the one little gal who got out of the military, she backed that boy. Whoever trained them did a good job. I'll put it that way. So let's go on from there. All right, guys. Come back from Arizona Star tonight. And this is over by, I think, what is that Phoenix station over back up in there. It's where a lot of drugs and stuff is being passed. And I noticed in the last couple of weeks, things are picking back up again. They've been having more people walk back and forth. And there's more vehicles setting back up in there. These habits die hard, but I found this really interesting too. We've made hundreds and hundreds of trips, but I've never seen an 18-wheeler sitting over here. And I thought this was kind of funky. This was kind of weird tonight. I've seen kids being exchanged on the side of the road over here off to the right side here and everything else. Lots of weird, funky things, drugs being moved. This is a little bit different tonight. And maybe this guy, maybe he just taking a rest. Maybe, I don't know. But this was kind of strange. But I'm talking about up in the cubby hole there. There were some more vehicles again. And as we get on down the road, I seen one of our ladies that walked down through here. It's pretty dark at night. Hold on. Now there's the lady right there. I'm going to put my cursor right there. She had a pop this time. But there's no residential area down through here whatsoever. And for this area, this is just all, I mean, you're talking, I don't know, maybe 8 blocks on down the road, nothing. So what would this gal be doing here? I don't know. It seems kind of strange. I don't know. There is no other businesses unless you go way back up in the caves. I mean, that'd be a long, long walk. I know. Anyway, wanted to show that real quick. Hold on, guys. All right, guys. Now, we don't want to forget this great 40 Highway and Chrysler 7-Eleven down here. Oh, yeah. And they always got to be off to this side here. See that too good. Let's see if I can get this in a little bit better for you guys. Oh, it's a little bit clear. And they sit there. And they sit there and, like I say, there's lots of different vehicles that pull in over there like that. And sit and they deal. And then actually you've seen somebody actually walking across here again. Not good, guys. Yeah, because it just keeps on rolling. And this is the location. And like I said, I showed just a few days back, there was another person that was actually passed out on the grass over there. Well, not passed, I shouldn't say passed out. Probably almost passed out. They were smoking some weed or bong over there, laying on the grass. Well, that's a good deal for a Conoco and 7-Eleven. I just wonder how their main, what am I looking to say, the corporation, the main headquarters would like to see all that. And who's managing this, because you do have to keep a certain standard up. And they're not supposed to be letting them deal stuff on the property. I wouldn't think they would want that for their advertisement or business. Would you guys? Now, this is Independence. This is Kansas City. So hold on. This was just tonight. I got a couple more things here. Let's see if I can find them here. So hold on, guys. All right, guys. So this morning I was coming back from 40 Highway off Lee Summit. Had to go to Home Depot. And drove back through here because just wanted to see. And there was one vehicle with a black gentleman. Now, I don't know what goes on. Oh, I know what goes on over here a lot. But the thing of this is, there's a black gentleman that gets in between kind of like these pillars over here. And I've showed this several times. And he waits. Well, what are they selling? What's this guy selling? I mean, and this was the same black individual. I don't know. I just think that's weird. And this is the vehicle right here. See if I can lighten this up a little bit. There we go. Bring this in a little bit more. But he is sitting there with his windows down. This guy ain't homeless here. This guy's selling something. Maybe something Independence needs to drive back through, or maybe Jackson County Sheriff could come drive back through up here and look for that vehicle. I went back around, and when I drove one more time, made one more loop, and then it disappeared. So that tells me something right there, that it was probably up to no good. And on top of that, across the way at Gordman's, they busted through some more of those doors. And I guess they're living over there inside those other, what am I looking to say, businesses that was over there. So they've broken into that this is over on the Toys R Us side. But over on the Gordman side, oh, and hold on, guys. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because I'm getting low on time. But I also wanted to show that tire it's been, I think, 2 weeks now, guys. And more trash. And like I say, just a little ways up on the left-hand side is where they stripped all the copper wire right out alongside the street. It's still laying there. I don't know if I can see it from the back side of this. Let's see if we can. Let's see, maybe. Yeah, we can. There it is right there. That's what that is right there. Looks like big old snakes crawling there, doesn't it, guys? No, that's not snake. That's all the cover casing of the copper wire that they stripped off so they could sell the wire. So that's what they're doing over here now. Interesting. Now this is Independence here. This is in Kansas City, but this is Independence, Missouri right here. Wanted to show that. Hold on, guys. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about this for a minute. Now, this is on Lee Summit Road going into where Waterfall Park is and Bass Pro, Hobby Lobby, and all the rest. Now, about a week ago, I did a video where there was a gal that was passed out in this little small SUV. And this guy and gal are still hanging out over there. Several days I've been by there and I've seen them. Now the gal looks like she's dyed her hair, unless he's dealing with different gals or maybe they're bringing them in. The one gal had a brunette hair that was passed out. Well, this one it was blonde this time. So I don't know if she has dyed her hair to change the deal so they wouldn't know who they were. This guy, he is bald headed. Looks like he's about maybe 40, 45 years of age. And pretty strange stuff. It's interesting that they would let this guy stay over there. They're living out of that woods, and they got to be doing drugs because the lady was passed out. And I showed that on the video. I mean, she was way out. Looked like the dogs were drugged. There was dogs laying around this vehicle. And it's still going on over here. So I wanted to talk about that for a second too. This has not changed. It's still going on. Just another day. Hold on. All right, guys. Now, like I say, I had to go to Home Depot. Had to get a couple things there. And when I started in here into the parking lot, this guy was coming across with this dog. And I don't think he had a leash on it. Does it look like he's got a leash on this dog? And I don't know if he's out of that van or not, but this guy looks familiar. He looks like one of the homeless ones that hangs up on 40 Highway. But this is different than the other guy. It's got the other dog. And when I pulled over there, I pull up. If you guys pull in Home Depot, it's a good idea to pull over by where they have those cameras because they don't like coming over in that area. It doesn't guarantee anything, of course, but it's at least a little bit safer because cameras are all in that parking lot area there. Let's see if I don't know if I can show it from the backside or not. Probably not. So let me see if I can find the front. Hold on, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. This is when I was going into Home Depot. I will say one thing. Over here by this new station they put in here, redid, I'm sure glad and happy to see this. That's why I was going to show one thing positive. Look at the big crater. There was two huge craters, but one was like a meteor crater. They patched it finally. So it makes it a lot better. I seen a big one of those like monster trucks that actually almost busted the front end going through here. It was very deep. I mean, we're talking look like almost over a foot deep. Not good, guys. So we'll pull in up here and see if I can do this here. Maybe lighten this up just a hair. Get this so we can see this guy a little bit better. And we'll get the speed down there. All right. It looks like he's got a leash on the dog. So I don't know if he just let it go after I turned or what. But you can see that leash is only, what, about 4.5 feet long? And then it didn't look like there was a leash on it. So I don't know. That's kind of weird. Looks like an upstanding citizen, doesn't it, guys? Oh, what he's got around his face. A mask! No, he didn't have a mask on. He had a beard, but I don't know what. That is a little strange. But anyway, when I pulled up there, I was going to show you guys, go ahead and show you guys this. If this, when you pull up here, this is that. It's got the camera right there. This is a good area to pull into because that thing's got several cameras on it. It records, and it can see everything that you're doing. And if anybody comes up around you, it's going to be able to record it. So it's a pretty good thing to have there. Anyway, there was a deal that was done out. There was a guy talking in Las Vegas that has a big YouTube channel, and he was talking about in some areas out in Vegas where it's pretty rough. That's where they put these things, but that's how they classify the bad areas. So that's not saying much, is it, guys? When you start seeing these everywhere in certain areas and stuff, not good, not good, because it was about 6 or 8 months ago when I was in Home Depot. I was talking to this one lady, and she told me that they were actually breaking into the vehicles out here in front of Home Depot. So I'm sure this has cut this down some. But when I got out of the car, this guy, he come on down, and he only come down so far, and then I guess he figured out that was there, and then he turned around and went on. So hold on. All right, guys, I want to go back to one more time because I wanted to see that. Yeah, I think he took the leash off. See, you didn't have the leash on it. But like I say, I wanted to show that real quick too. Hold on, guys. All right, guys, there's that vehicle. I went back through one of my other SD cards, and that was the day that, like I say, there was a blonde that was in this time, and the guy, actually, you can see my vehicle because I turned down there towards the waterfall park. There's my vehicle right there. And there was this guy who was bald-headed, I could say about 40, 45 years old, and he was walking across. I don't think we caught him as much. I don't think so. Let's see here. I'm going to see, but anyway, he was doing something. Yep, we didn't catch him. There was a truck that was in front of me too, but that's the vehicle right there. And that was the same vehicle. The other gal, like I say, it could be the same gal. She might just dyed her hair. But I don't even know if that had tags on it or not. Does that look like a temp tag? Kind of, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if it had tags on it or not, but this is the vehicle. And they're still living out of that corner right there. And like I say, I showed a deal where the dogs were passed out, the gal was passed out, doors were open on the vehicle. You could actually see it. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, now this is the same vehicle. And basically, like I say, there was two dogs that was passed out, and there was a woman that was passed out here. I'm going to lighten this up so you can actually see head first in there. And I can't imagine this church group that goes over here. I don't know if that's the Catholics or the Baptists, but they're allowed. And this is the area that they put all their other vehicles into. So I would think I know that they'd have to have somebody to check on this. But it seems like this is just running freely. Now this was 12 days ago, and this is still going on. Same vehicle. Same one. Actually, when I went by the Phoenix station tonight, I could have swore this was one of the vehicles that was sitting down there on 23rd. Interesting. But very strange, guys. All right, guys. going to wrap it up. We're already into September 12th. A little after 1 a.m. in the morning here, guys. A lot of stuff going on. Drugs still moving. A little bit of everything going on here in Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. And some of this stuff ain't getting any better. And somebody's going to have to do something about it. Try to solve some of these problems. But anyway, want to get that out there. Let you guys see what's going on here in Kansas City, Independence, Missouri, and around from Raytown, Kansas City, and all the rest. So keep your eyes open and stay safe out there.